Hello everybody and welcome to the very last episode on Felsbrunn. At least it's the very last episode in my single player series. There might be another series on multiplayer, but yeah, this is the end of the main series, which is running to episode 65. This being, of course, episode 65. That's how it works. So yeah, what we're going to do is basically sell everything which is not required for the next map, and all the implements have to go because I can't really afford to transport everything to the next map. So everything which is not a tractor, essentially, is going to have to be sold, unless it's something which is fairly extravagant and would be ridiculous to replace. So yep, all the tractors and the combine harvester actually is going to be coming with us. Everything else is going to have to go. But first, I need to use the implements to sell various things. We have 17,000 litres of sugar beet in the storage there, so that needs to go into the bunker. We've also got quite a few egg boxes. They need to be sold, and also some wool, as you can see just over here. Also, the horses, any bales which are left lying around, they need to be sold. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. There are just a few things which I can't sell. The main reason why is because they're not resellable, such as the great big bags of seed and lime. So they'll just have to be here for the next owner. And by the end of this episode, I'll actually have sold the land as well. Everything is going to have gone. I'll have had the money put into my bank account, and also we'll have the tractors on a low loader heading to Peterville, which I'm going to be focusing on very soon, but it's not actually out yet, so it's actually a bit of an issue for me. But yeah, it's I have got a copy of it, but it's still not the final version, so I can only really do the first look video. I don't think the creator will want me to do a full video series, full Let's Play series, on a map which is unfinished, so I've got to be fair. But I can definitely do the first video, since I've already got the initial copy, so that's good. Right, so first things first, we have the 17,000 litres. Let's go to the best sell point. I don't actually know what it's going to be. It's probably going to be the train station. Is it called the train station? We'll soon find out. No, it's actually Port Northwest, which is in the northwest over there. Let's go. Okay, so I'm not really expecting miracles here. It is only 17,000 litres of sugar beet, but even so, it's extra money. Now, by the end of the episode, I think there's going to be probably very close to £1 million worth of assets sold. So don't be surprised if we do finish this series with over £1 million, or very close to £1 million, because it's going to be used straight away on rebuying the equipment and also buying fields. Of course, next time I won't have any fields at all. So it's going to be quite tricky. I suppose we might have one or two, but yeah, the majority are not going to be ours, so I do need the money, and it's going to be eaten up fairly quickly. So even if it's £1 million, really, that isn't too much. Also, I must add, that is actually money which I have genuinely earned from the beginning of the Let's Play. No money has been added, so it's quite a good feeling to know that I've actually succeeded with a series. The first series on 19 has been a success, and hopefully everybody has enjoyed it. Yes, I do also need to sell the chickens and the sheep. Selling the chickens might be a bit of an issue. I might have to sell them with the land, but as for the sheep, that should be fairly straightforward. The reason why the chickens might be an issue is because there's about 500, and loading 500 up, unless they teleport, is going to be quite a tricky job. I think they do teleport, actually. Yeah, I've only bought them before. Right, okay, so that can go there for the time being. Next job is to probably actually refuel this, because I need to make sure it's all very good before the next series. And also I've got a load of fuel just sat here. It will be wasted otherwise. So there we go, it's refueling. And also I should probably repair it as well. As for washing it, that doesn't really matter. There'll be a pressure washer at the other end. And yes, also the dog, that's going to be coming with us as well, hopefully. It's only fair, really. I can't just go and leave it here. That was quite expensive. £1,661. Must have had quite a few issues with it, or maybe just some very expensive service parts. Okay, so yeah, what I'm going to do is grab the livestock trailer and load up the sheep. The sheep can be sold, but the horses can't because they're actually not fully trained. They're very close, but we'll give it a day. Then they'll be fully trained and they'll be worth quite a bit more. So as you can see, 47,526 instead of 50,000. It isn't a long way off, but it's all about maximising profits before the change. Otherwise I'm going to have to use some older and smaller equipment, or actually just smaller, not older, because there isn't any. The game doesn't seem to start off with a great deal of old stuff. There is the Fiat, that was very bad, and the old Fendt Favorite, which is a very nice tractor actually, but overall most of the machinery and implements are brand new. Okay, so here we are. I've got loads of sheep just here, obviously. We'll get them moved into here. I'm not too sure how many I can carry. It's full and I have loads left, so this is going to be quite a few loads. Luckily the sell point is not too far from here. Mind the wall pallets. And they can be sold as soon as I have sold the sheep. Otherwise more are going to appear. They have been very good. I'm hopefully going to get some more on the next map because sheep are nice and easy and they actually do bring in quite a lot of money. Ooh, there's my John Deere tractor. Okay, so let's get those sold. It's going to be £14,000. So yeah, basically £1,000 each. We had 14. It is now the next day, which means that I can now sell the horses, which is obviously going to be a nice income of £200,000. But first we have more sheep to do. So yeah, next load, just here. I can see the issue. They have been breeding. Yes. Right, well, to the sell point. It's actually not an issue at all, it's actually really good, but it just means I've got to spend more time transporting the sheep instead of selling everything else. But yeah, £1,000 sheep, can't complain. Here we are. Yep, quite a few jump cuts. But another 14,000. Or 10. Did I not do it properly? Maybe. Oh, hang on, no, wait, I've still got some in there. What? How does that work? Interesting. I must have done something wrong. There we go. Right, so it was 14. Perfect. Load number 3. Yeah, what it does is it actually updates and it gives you another page. So that's why I missed the previous 4. And this is the final load. It's sad, really. Oh, look, an empty pasture. Oh dear. Well, it's alright because next time we'll be on Peterville and yeah, we're going to be getting some more sheep back and it's going to look just as healthy again with loads of sheep in the field. And there we go. The last load. Just spam the left mouse button. There we go. Confirm it. And they've gone. So next we have the horses. Despite only having 4, like I say, we do have £200,000 worth of horses here. So they really are worth doing. They have actually really made this Let's Play take off. Because without them, it would have been a struggle. To be more precise, actually, it was the horse helper mod which allowed the Let's Play to take off, because it meant that I didn't have to keep riding the horses every day to train them, because that is actually how you do it. If you don't know how the horses work in FS19, you basically have to ride them every day and keep their health up to be able to add value to them, to make them appreciate. So, yeah, having horse helper means you're actually employing somebody to do it for you, and you don't have to keep riding the horses every single day. As for horses in the next Let's Play, I don't think so. I'm going to pass on that because I need to focus on the other animals. But yeah, it's been fantastic for Felsbrunn because obviously it's the first series. It's a new animal to have in the game, and yeah, it's really helped me along. So it's been great. Right, so £598,000. Next up, we have the bales. I need to go and move the bales and take them to the barn just over there. Okay, so I've brought the tractor and the auto stacker back as well, so that everything's in one place. I'm most likely going to be getting some different tractors as well in the next Let's Play. Possibly some Fendt. I've been wanting to get some Fendt for a while. And also a telehandler, which will likely be a Liebherr, but it could be a Massey Ferguson or a Manitou, not too sure. Now, these bales are obviously round, and my stacker is for square bales, so the way I'm going to have to do this is, I suppose, annoyingly, load it up with the tractor. I'm not very good at that, but it is the only way of doing it. So, yeah, prepare for a time lapse. Well, there we go. That is my lovely, unprofessional bale stacking and transporting. I don't think there's any more bales, but even if there are, they're only worth a small amount each anyway. But yeah, I think that is everything. So I'll sell these, and then the next job is to sell the wool and also the chicken's eggs, and then it will be time to sell all the implements, and that will only be a very fast job. So we are almost there. As for the buildings, they have to stay. Obviously they've been built. I can't really dismantle them and take them with me, so yeah, they're just lost assets really. But I suppose they're not, because they go into the land and it makes the land more profitable. So I don't know if it does in the game, but it would do in real life. So here goes, handbrake turn around the bend, get rid of them. Still 4665 though, that's more than I was expecting, that's not too bad. Okay, so yeah, as I've already said what we're going to do, let's go and do it, and that will be hopefully another, I think it'd be at least £10,000 worth between the eggs and the wool, but we'll see. As usual, I'm going to use the hydraulic lift crane grab thing because it's really good, so I'm going to use that to put the pallets onto the trailer, and then I need to go and fetch one of my pallets off the road because that's where I store them, to then load up the egg boxes. So I have crashed into these a bit, so they have come out of their nice square shape. But even so, if I do this properly, which I'm not doing, I should be able to pick up all 4 at the same time. There we go. And then, yeah, as long as I've got space for the other 4 as well, it doesn't really matter how I put them on the trailer. I think there'll be space. Yep, that's good. Okay, just give them a push. Perfect. Lift up before I come off, otherwise I'm going to knock the side pallet off. Some great stacking there. And yeah, what I usually do is just basically push the pallets together to make them a bit closer. Makes it easier to stack. That's good enough. And then we'll pick up these 4 as well. One of them is actually fairly empty, but there's no point in leaving it. And that should be just right for going on the trailer. Perfect. Just not perfect stacking. Good. So, unless the egg sell point is the same place, I'm going to go now, so we'll just see. Eggs are port southeast, and wool is spinnery. So yes, definitely not the same place. Looks like a good load. I think there's going to be over £10,000 worth here, although hard to say, very hard. Maybe 10,000 with the eggs. Here it is, that is the spinnery. And for that I got, well, 7484 plus the one which can't be bothered to come off today. There we go. 1237. Right, so that's actually a really good price. Now over to the farm, and I'm going to go and load up those cardboard boxes by hand, put them on the pallets, and then we'll just use the tool as usual to load up. Unless I can actually pick up the pallet with the boxes on, I might be able to. It won't be too heavy. Here are the pallets which I have deposited on the road. And yeah, I'm just going to pick those up, throw them onto the trailer, and take them over to the 2 places. Although actually I think these egg boxes are going to fit onto just 1 pallet today. There's so few. In fact, do I even need to take them off the trailer? I suppose I do, because it's going to be too high. Yeah, it would make life easier. Can I pick it up? Oh, I can't. You can only pull. If it has something on it, you can only pull it. Or is that not the case? Let me just see. I can't move it. It must still be strapped with this strap here. Okay, that's strange. It's suddenly become incredibly heavy. Ah, there we go. It was definitely still attached. Anyway, put that on the ground and we'll start loading. That's all those boxes. All I need to do now is put the straps over, so if I do drop it, it doesn't matter as much. And I can just about pick it up. It is super heavy, but yeah. Oh no. I dropped it. Well, that's no surprise. It is heavy. It's a bit too heavy. Get on! Oh no, this is going very badly wrong. Oh, there's quite a few over here. This might take a few minutes. There we go. And to play it safe, I'm going to use the tractor. It will be a much safer idea. And this thing needs flipping over. Do I have the strength just to flip it over? Hopefully I do. Oh, yeah, that's pretty heavy. Whoa, whoa. Oh yes, I've suddenly become superhuman strength. Oh wow, that is some somersaulting. With that all done, I can now drive into it. Yeah, pick it up and put it onto the trailer. Well, at least one of these pallets is going to be salvageable. Unless I drop it, but I'll try not to. Come on. Yeah, luckily it is the greater of the two. Many more eggs on this one. Pretty good. Yeah, so let's go over to wherever it was it Port Southeast or something? Oh no, that's close. Good. It was actually, the price is changing all the time, but it is Port Northwest or Southeast. They're very similar. So let's head off and sell the eggs. I will go to the northwest. It's just going to be an easier route. And here we are, probably the last time I'm going to go here on this series. In fact, it definitely is. And probably the last time I go here for a long time. As mentioned, I might be back on here for an unrealistic series or maybe some kind of multiplayer series. Oh yeah, I shouldn't be dropping this one, should I? Come on, steady, don't fall off. Yeah, it's fallen off. They're not selling. Probably the straps. Yep, definitely the straps. And now that one's underneath the trailer. But look at that money! Wow, that is some serious amount of money. Yeah, this is not gone. This really has not gone well. It's over £1,000 a box. These really are some impressive prices. Come on. Go, 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 go. There we go. Finished. Right, last thing to do is to sell the implements. It really is the map of road signs. It should be called something like the road sign destruction map. Because that's pretty much summarising what I've done on this map. So, the next thing you're going to see is everything sell, except for the tractors and the combine harvester. So yeah, goodbye implements. And there we go. So in my implements I had £550,192, bringing our total now to 1.1 million. But I'm about to spend some, because this truck is coming with us to the next map, and because I know the next map is Scottish, I'm obviously not going to choose either the Warrior or the Hulk or the Roadrunner because they're the wrong trucks for the area. So probably the MAN. It's just the obvious one to go for. Go for a blue. A nice blue. Is that a good blue? Seems good. New Holland blue. Yeah, I'll go for the gold Hoffer blue. And then the... yeah, we want that. That's good. Put them to silver. Perfect. And we're buying it outright. And I also need to buy a low loader. So, low loaders are obviously going to be in the low loader category. We have just the one. The blue can match it. That's going to be bought outright. So I'm left with just over £1 million. So yeah, let's get this thing taken over to the yard and everything loaded up onto it, with the exception of the combine harvester, which will be following on later. Obviously I can't take that at the same time as driving the truck. But if I can actually master the reversing here, we'll be going over there. Oh, I'm actually failing with this. I think it was already trying to connect. I was just ignoring it. Right. It feels sad and lonely actually, because this map has been here for... well, I feel like I've been playing it for a year actually, but it's only been the middle of November when I started, so it's not been that long. But yeah, it's been nice, some good memories. So yeah, 65 episodes. That's why, and not 30. I had to do 65 at least, or 50 at least. Right. So yeah, that needs to be detached from there, and all I need to do really is get 3 tractors on. Easier said than done, but it doesn't really matter if they don't fit. I can always come back for another load. In fact, I don't think it can even support more than one. It's going to be quite an issue. How am I going to do this? Well, this thing is actually really large, obviously, so maybe I can do something which I shouldn't do and yeah, do that. Shouldn't do it, I don't think, unless those things are supposed to fold down. There are lashing points here, so I don't know. Anyway, yep, there we go, it's the Massey Ferguson done. We've got space for the Ford, certainly. Or, well, either. Doesn't really matter. Unless I sell the Ford. I might do. It's going to be a squeeze. Linkage to linkage and we should be fine. There we go. I think the Ford's going to have to go, to be honest. But I do want to get some other stuff, other new machines or old machines in the next series. So I might just get another Ford but a different model number. We'll see. Goodbye Ford, you just didn't fit. And there we go. How empty this yard feels. The chickens are going with the land, and obviously, yeah, actually I need to still sell the land. So it's going to be much more than the million, but yeah, it's going to be, it's going to feel like it's more than it is, because I'm going to buy a load of land straight away. So before we go, I just need to sell the entire farm. Interesting, I can't sell it if it's got objects on it, so I just need to take a look at the figures here. 174 plus 181, so yeah, just add that to the grand total. We're finished. Goodbye Felsbrunn. These have been some good times. But we're now heading off to Peterville. I'll see you there.